Lindsay Clancy, is she criminally responsible is the real question. On February the 7th of 2023, she pleaded not guilty of 3 counts of first-degree murder, strangulation, and assault and battery. Lindsay Clancy strangled her 3 young children on January the 24th of 2023. Cora was 5, Dawson was 3, and Callan was 8 months old. Callan was born on May 26th of 2022. 12 weeks postpartum court docs note that Lindsay's condition switched abruptly into tense anxiety and sleeplessness. September 15th, Lindsay had her first appointment with a psychiatrist, Dr. Tufts, where she was evaluated and given the EPDS test and was scored a 23, which indicates severe depression. A score of 10 or higher typically indicates postpartum depression, and was given a script of Zoloft 25 milligrams. Lindsay did not take it for 2 weeks due to breastfeeding and worrying it would pass through her breast milk. 2 weeks later, Lindsay took the Zoloft for about 1 week, but reported feeling awful, stomach issues, increased anxiety, depression, and severe insomnia. Tufts had her to stop taking Zoloft and prescribed Ativan, Buspar, and hydroxyzine. October the 25th, Lindsay wrote a lengthy note in her phone notes about how she's been feeling. I'll add the screenshot here. November the 16th, her symptoms grew worse, so she went to the ER where she was given another prescription called Trazodone for her insomnia. November the 20th, Lindsay's mother-in-law reached out to a friend who connected Lindsay with a psychiatric nurse practitioner, Julie Paul. Paul verbally advised Lindsay to take her existing prescription of Ativan and Benadryl to get through the night and scheduled an in-person intake appointment for the very next morning. November the 21st, she prescribed Prozac. After 4 days, Lindsay claims it made her symptoms worse, so Prozac was stopped. November the 25th, Dr. Paul wrote her Ambien, Remeron, and Klonopin. Lindsay reported being distorted, dissociation, not knowing real from not. At this time, she even stopped driving. November the 28th, she reported symptoms and was told to go for a run since Lindsay enjoys running, and maybe consider a partial hospitalization program, but Lindsay declined. Lindsay's care was transferred to Dr. Jolata due to Dr. Paul moving to another location. Rebecca Jolata is a psychiatric nurse practitioner and took over her care. November the 29th, Jolata decided to leave her on Remeron since it's only been 4 days. November the 30th, Lindsay messaged Jolata and asked to be removed from Remeron as she's having intrusive thoughts and her condition is worsening. Jolata did as requested and wrote her Seroquel 25 milligrams for sleep and anxiety. Lindsay reaches out per the patient portal quite a bit, though. Out all of this, Lindsay at this point had told her husband and mother about having suicidal thoughts and feeling worse. Lindsay has lost 15 pounds, no appetite, and confusion is ongoing. December the 4th, Lindsay calls crisis hotline due to suicidal thoughts. They stated non-emergency due to her not actually having a plan to carry it out. She actually calls the hotline on 2 different occasions before the murders. December the 5th, Lindsay contacted one of her medical caregivers. Her portal messages and medical records from this period showed she was experiencing severe insomnia, depressive symptoms, and intrusive thoughts. December the 6th, Lindsay and husband attend in-person appointment to Jolata where they stated symptoms a lot worse after taking Seroquel. Jolata explains it takes weeks to work and suggests about her being bipolar. But husband and Lindsay stated, no, doctor increased Seroquel to 400 milligrams daily. December the 13th, Lindsay is still having suicidal thoughts and was evaluated and given the EPDS test, which showed it spiked to 21 out of 30, signifying a return to an extremely severe, crisis-level baseline of postpartum depression. She was also given a GAD-7 questionnaire where she scored a maximum 21 out of 21, indicating total, unmanageable clinical anxiety. Jolata recommended that Lindsay seek higher-level care, setting in motion plans for her to enter an intensive perinatal program. December the 20th, Lindsay goes in to try and get help from the Center for Women's Behavioral Health at Women's and Infants Hospital in Rhode Island, per Jolata's suggestion. The medical staff attempted to provide counseling, but they ultimately determined their facility wasn't the right fit. Per husband's statement, the treating doctor recommended weaning her off from Seroquel and she was discharged. December the 30th, she goes to the ER having suicidal thoughts, depression, and anxiety. Medical staff recommended she be admitted to McLean Hospital, a psychiatric facility in Belmont, Massachusetts. She admitted herself there. January the 5th, Lindsay checks herself out after 5 days, stating she needed to prepare for her daughter's upcoming birthday. Dr. Alia, a psychiatrist from facility, wrote her scripts for trazodone 50 milligrams and lorazepam 1 milligram and stated for her to reach out for a follow-up appointment with her psychiatrist. January the 6th, Lindsay had her follow-up appointment with Dr. Jennifer Tufts following her hospitalization. During this session, Dr. Tufts noted in her medical charts that Clancy's psychiatric condition was deteriorating, but they established a plan to adjust her medication, specifically increasing her dosage of trazodone. January the 9th, Dr. Tuft discusses a new antidepressant with Lindsay. January the 11th, Lindsay reaches out still having depression and just wants to feel better. January the 15th, trazodone was written for 150 milligrams. January the 16th, she met with Dr. Tufts again. They agreed on a plan to start taking a new antidepressant, amitriptyline 10 milligrams, while tapering off her Valium, since Lindsay has stated several times she's concerned with getting addicted to it. January the 20th, amitriptyline was increased to 20 milligrams. January the 23rd, Lindsay had an appointment with Tufts and reported feeling a bit more anxious with a racing heartbeat. Keep in mind, in October of 2022, Lindsay started charting her mental health issues and then her symptoms from medications she was put on. January the 24th, Lindsay takes the oldest child, Cora, to the doctor for her appointment, comes back home, plays in the snow with the kids. Lindsay has husband run out to get child's Miralax for Cora and take out for dinner. He leaves around 5:15 p.m. At 5:33 to 5:34, a call was missed to her from husband, and she calls him back. The call lasts for 18 seconds. He stated she sounded busy, maybe giving the kids a bath. At 6:09, Patrick, the kid's father, returned home to complete silence and called Lindsay's phone, which went unanswered. He went upstairs to find a locked bedroom door, blood, and an open bedroom window. He ran back outside and discovered Lindsay injured in the backyard after jumping from the second-story window and called 911. He noticed cuts to both wrist and a neck laceration. He asked her where's the kids. She stated the basement. After EMS arrived, he goes to the basement and finds his 3 children lying with exercise bands around their neck and unresponsive. Rest in peace, Cora, Dawson, and Callan.